Alright, someone asked me to show how to do this texturing in Substance Painter. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm working on these stockings that someone requested. So I'm going to just show the process. So my object is already made. This is in a tutorial on how to make a mesh. A mesh is made. I have it selected because I'm going to export the OBJ so I can use it for Substance Painter. So we go to File, Export, Wavefront OBJ. This screen here. Then I always gotta make sure I'm very organized. So then I can find myself later. Cause look at all these folders. Well, you would be so confused if you don't if you don't be organized. So let me see. I don't think I don't have a folder OBJ for substance. Okay, yeah. So here it is. I already have one. Oh, oh good. Oh no, I made some changes, so I'm gonna do this again. And then make sure you select click selection only. You can check your settings. Everything should be good. But the one thing you do need to make sure is checked is this apply modifiers. So do export OBJ. Oh, I forgot to check something. Do in to get this. It was already a menu on the side, and you always want to make sure your item is the rotation should be all 0 and the scale should be set to all 1. If you see something different, this is what you would do. With your item selected, you Control A and all transforms, and that'll reset it. And then you save and you export like that. So I'm good. So now let me bring up my Substance Painter right here. Okay. So let everything, come up. All those materials are missing. So I'll wait till that finishes. And then, come on, load up, load up. All right, there we go. So then you want to do Control N. Always have this top one set as Alpha Blend Starter Assets. PBR Metallic Roughness Alpha Blend Starter Assets. So now I'm going to select my mesh, my OBJ that I just exported. I always put this to 4096. Advice I was given for good texture that's 4096. And then you can export it in smaller size because we're going to have to use it in a smaller size. But that's fine. So that's all you do there. Click OK. So, yes, this is my stockings. So I'm going to get rid of this layer. This is always here. Get rid of that. And then I'm going to add a folder. Always name it for what you're doing. So with this item, the stockings and the feet are 2 different textures because the feet are solid and the stockings have a pattern. So I'm going to name this for stocking black and white. And then click the paint bucket. Go down and just change the color. It just makes it easier to see. Changes to anything for this part. Then you want to click right here. Right click. Add black mask. Then you go over here on the left. Click this. What's this button? Polygon Fill tool. And then make sure I usually use it in this setting here. You can play around if you're curious about what the other ones do, but this is what I usually use. And then you just select the items that I'm texturing now, which is just the legs. And I made a mistake. Now pay attention to the color, because where it is now white is selecting whatever I select. But see, I made a mistake here, so I'm going to do X to make this flip to black. And then once I select again, now it takes the color off. Alright, so that takes care of that. And then from here, you can use whatever texture you want. I made some stripe textures for myself. Yeah, I do make textures, so I'm gonna be having those somewhere, maybe Patreon or something. Oh, my art station. I have an art station. I almost forgot that. So let me find my fabrics that I had in here already. Right here. Just drag it over, and it covers your item. Ta-da! Very good. Pretty much done, unless you want to change like some of these settings. Substance. I mean, it's a lot to substance. I'm just showing you the quick and easy way to get started. So right now I'm just adjusting the mesh. This is actually this is the tiling, which can be controlled from here. So if I do it that way, it doesn't change anything. But if I do it this way, see, it's going up and down. Or you can control it here. So I think this is about what I like, what I want. And then you can turn the eye off for this color. You don't need that anymore. So that's it for the legs. Oh, I forgot. Oops. Let me go back. Not only the legs, but this part of the legs. I'm gonna cover that too. So I have it at black right now. So I need the X, flip it to white, and because the material is already there, so change it right to black and white. So then I have another color for the feet. So I'm going to do the same procedure. This is the feet part. Add a paint layer. Change the color. Add a black mask. Go to polygon fill and select the foot part. And then I'm not even going to add any textures on here because you don't really have to. It just depends on what you're trying to achieve, what kind of look you're trying to achieve. So for the feet, it could just be like a plain. As long as it's not shiny, I'm good with it. Which right now you see that's shiny. So I could just take this, actually, I'm going to change this to black. Change this to black. And then I'm going to adjust the roughness. Now up here, these are your channels that are available for you to adjust, make adjustments on. See, like the color is selected. You can see how everything else is like, you can tell it's not selected. And then when you look down here, that's why you only see base color. So I want to adjust the roughness, which is the controls if it looks shiny or not. I want it to look dull, so I'm going to just move this over here. That makes it look more shiny. So this is one, considered the number one. See how this is 0 right here? It's 0 or 1, and anything in between is in between. But the 1 is going to be super shiny, and then for dull, you go all the way to 1. I mean, 0 is super shiny, 1 is dull. So that's pretty much it for these. I would then, of course, you gotta make sure you save. Oh, hold on. Oh my goodness. See, y'all know I'm not really good at doing tutorials. I forgot a step. I didn't bake these. You always want to bake. You can do it before or after. I usually do. That's usually the first step I do, but I forgot. So, and then this is the same as what you set when we did the input screen. It's 4096. And then I usually just leave everything checked, even though some of these you don't need, but I don't want this to be too complicated because it really doesn't have to be for a basic tutorial. Just to get you started. Return to painting. So now I'm going to save it. Yeah, I did this before, but I didn't record it. So. See, these are all the maps. And now if something didn't look right, for example, sometimes I'll do a bake and it'll make your mesh have like dark spots. Right here, there's none on it, but which that's great. But sometimes if you see them, you can like start deleting maps. Like the ambient occlusion, that's usually a culprit that sometimes can do that. So then you would just exit out here. But this is good. I don't need to do it. So then the next step is just exporting the textures. So file, export textures. Select your location where you want to put it. Everything organized. Substance, stock and output. Yes, I already have it. I'll just create a new folder. I'm not gonna redo what I already did. Call it what you want. Example. Select folder. And then the template that you use, they already have it embedded in here, so you don't have to create anything. Oh wait, where to go? Here we go. I use this one, and then you just change the size to, for InZOI, use 1024. That's it, and then export. And so you get these four maps. Always save settings. And then let me just show this part because I know people get confused, because I know I did when I first started, knowing which maps, how to get that arm map that they use for the mod kit. So here's what you get. This is the arm, the normal and the base material. This one I hardly ever use, but you see what it says. It's for emissives, or I think if you have metallic textures, then you would use that. So that's it for that part. So you would go here, create a ZOI, and then if I'm doing the bottom, so female bottom, uncheck this. It's adult, not youth would be for children, or probably infants also. But anything that's young adult, teen, you do adult. So these are my choices. They actually have stockings in here, so I'm gonna go with the socks. Because really it's not full leg stockings I'm doing, like socks. So you could really choose any one of these. I don't think it matters, but I'm going to choose this one. To create new mod project. Fill in the name that you want. Oh, you can't have any spaces, only underscore. Don't make this part too long, because if you do, it won't accept it when you go to upload it to CurseForge. I'll just say example underscore stockings. This may even be too long, but since it's an example, I'm just going to leave it like that. You don't really have to put anything here. When you go to upload it to CurseForge, you're going to put in your description then, and you'll have to do it over. So don't bother typing all that stuff in there, because it ends up gibberish when you upload it to CurseForge. So then click create. Then you get this here, and then you click here, go open mod workspace. And then get your naked lady here. This is where you'll put the mesh. So do import. Go find my mesh. Oh, the mesh is here. Oh, this is not the OBJ that I just exported. This is you have to, when you do export asset, I'll show that part. I just realized I didn't even show that part. And you need that. So that's how it's going to look when you first bring it in. Click the plus to create the material. Name it anything. I usually give it something descriptive so I know what I'm doing. If I look at it later, I'll be like, what's this for? Stocking. I'm going to say BW for black and white. I spelled it wrong. That's the one. Okay. So then you get this here. You click open this up. And this is where you would put all your textures. So first part, you double click on this, go here, and you can do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then save. So now I'm going to bring in my textures. Let's see. Normal map. And the base map. So that's it for the textures. Then this is your it's a little different depending on what you're making. This is going to look a little bit different. I'm showing you just the basic part as far as uploading the getting your FBX in here and your textures. You can put your thumbnail here. But when you do like other types of clothes, you're going to see more settings. I'll do another video showing like a top or something so you can see the difference. This tool here you can use. For me, it doesn't work all the time. That's why I just use the import button to get my materials in. But you can use this to bring in your mesh and everything. So it's like right here it says skeletal mesh, build, outfit, and then you would drag your file here. The thumbnail, base color, all of that. That doesn't work for me though a lot of times. That's why I don't even use it. So to get the texture on the mesh, you just double click here, and you can open up this folder. Just be careful, make sure that's your project. And then you're gonna go to the material folder. Let's see, it pops up here, and then you just drag it to this spot, and there you go. Now see, that's still shiny, so you can adjust that. You have to do it on the material part, so I'm going to show you that in a second. Click save. See, it's showing that it's not saved. See that little star there right there? Save it. Close that.